Hey everyone, and we're back. We are looking at the astrology forecast for the week of October 28th through that of November 3rd. And happy Halloween week. I know a lot of you are out there getting everything up and going and ready for your dress-up costume evening. And I know you'll probably have a lot of fun, and I can see that some of you are really going to go all out on doing something very, very, very special, because on Halloween, which is on the 31st for those of you in the States, will be Wednesday. Well, Venus and Uranus are in opposition that night. So it just means that we might take ourselves to the extremes, explore something different this year, right? Expressing a different sense of self-expression. And since Venus is retrograde, some of these things can be a little awesome. They can be really weird. Uranus also bringing something new, a new twist or whatnot, and a little shocking maybe. It could even bring a little bit more gory type Halloween outfits or makeups. And of course, some of you might have already seen a lot of tutorials on YouTube with Halloween makeup and whatnot. And yes, they are definitely what I would express as a Venus-Uranus opposition. It's the gore, the shock factor, where Venus isn't all about Barbies and fairies and the beauty of things, but more the shocking gore. That being said, let's backtrack, and we're starting off here on now Sunday, right? And today is a day where the moon will be, for the most part, in Gemini still, which is very social, it's communicative, and so forth. We're out and about, and we're very curious about a lot of things. And then in the evening, it will move into Cancer, where it will be until that of late Tuesday night. This will allow us more so to embrace and feel our emotions, to feel that nurturing aspect within ourselves, how we nurture ourselves, but also how we nurture others, our family members. The Cancerians are very much so family focused and oriented, but think about digestion though, because Cancer rules the stomach, it rules digestion. So some of us might be a little bit more sensitive than others, so we might want to be careful with what we eat. If you are highly sensitive to certain things, if you come across that over these next 3 days, you might find a reaction. Some of you might just be a little bit more, should I say, on the up and up, and maybe wanting to change your diet over these next 3 days. But Sunday, well, what we have a good type of energy going. The moon and Mars, they're beautifully aligned. There is a trine. So we're all on it here. Sunday 28th, feeling that our energy is up and going. We are expressive. We're getting things done, which is a good and wonderful day, and also coming into trine to Venus as well. So I could just say this is a day where you could just really embrace and love it for what it is, because the energy is really picking up for other things to do as we enter into the week. So Monday the 29th, we have decisions to be made. We're looking at, do I want this or do I want that? You might be talking to service people today, or people in the know, needing to get instructions or guidance from some expertise. I feel that can help you make certain decisions. And also I can see that it's a day to really dig in, to figure out what it is you want, to look into those things, everyone, where you can expand your life. When I say expand, that could be in many ways. It could be within the business that you're working. How can I expand this? You might be doing some research or getting in touch with somebody. You might come across a new idea also that you could see has potential. Doesn't mean it's all going to fall in your lap today, but whatever you come across doing your research, you might just come across some information, insight that can really help you down the road to grow your business. All right, so I see there's a lot of enthusiasm. Monday is great for it. Come Tuesday, well, Tuesday is a day where we might feel stronger emotions. We might feel there's a need to express what we have been holding back or holding down or suppressing. if anything has been suppressed, well, expect today could be the day for it to surface, okay? And as it does, some of you might find yourself a little shocked at the intensity or the passion coming out with it, but it's a release. And this release is just a couple of hours, it will be gone. This is the moon opposing Pluto. So depending on where it is in your personal chart, it will show the areas in your life that's going to trigger it for you personally. But for all of us, we're all going to have this energy signature of something being let go or processed or coming up, and so be it. We need to empty that bag every once in a while, and it's just the moon, so it's going to be moving rather quickly. Halloween, like I said, Uranus and Venus are in opposition. I think it's going to be a Halloween that's different from other Halloweens. I think there's Venus and Uranus in opposition too. Venus being so close now to the sun, still is, right? That I feel could be special in the sense for some of you that are in relationships that might not be of the most harmonious. Situations may come up. There could be stresses looking at your differences. This might be a time where it can surface. But good relationships, you don't need to worry. It's not going to have an impact on you. It's only those relationships that are already somewhat hanging in a string, right? You could see, even in the days leading up to Halloween, you might have some encounters where this will be, I think, brought up to attention. And what you can do is just stand your ground, because Venus, even though it's still retrograde, it's in a good position to Saturn. Saturn is your grounding. It's what you believe in. It's what you trust. It's the foundation of what it is you want and where you're heading. Got to think Saturn, structure, right, is moving forward. And so what you're trying to do is set things up in a way that you know you can be happy with in the long term. Venus is aspecting it. So you're clinging to, adding to all of those components that will make your relationship solid, strong, and secure. That is what you want. And you're breaking free from those things that no longer behoove you, right? And that's just a good thing. We want that. We do want to let go of those things. Mercury and Jupiter starts the week off in a conjunction, and Jupiter, here pretty soon is going to be heading into its own sign, which is Sagittarius. There in November, and of course that's going to change up the whole mix for all of us, right? Especially for you guys that are Sagittarius, Aries, or Leo, your sister signs in fire. All of you will have expansion in a full year to come, and Jupiter is that happy-go-lucky energy, right? Where we now can feel that we can breathe with new processes, right? You're this week you're closing down on what you started a year ago. It's like that process is now coming to a close as you're positioning yourself for next week's reading. We'll be talking about what that Jupiter can do for you, right? So Scorpios out there, and for you Pisces and Cancer, you've had it also in a harmonious sign this whole last year. So I think you can really relate to seeing how your life has grown and expanded in your own life. So, you've been there for the ride, and I think you're really, really happy with it. Now it's the fire signs time to really see what this is going to do. So, on Thursday, what do we have on Thursday? What we do have is the moon opposing Mars on this day. So this could bring things to the forefront. And the moon being in the sign of Leo right now, which it will be to early morning Friday, we might feel our emotions a little stronger right now, right? Think about the fire of Leo, and if something has been rubbing you the wrong way, well, that might want to come out here throughout the evening of Thursday. And those who will be mostly affected by this are Leos and Aquarius, but also those signs of Taurus and Scorpio, because they're going to be hard angled right from it. So you guys might feel it the most. The other signs may not experience it as much as this moon passes by. And of course, the moon moves so quickly. We're only talking a couple of hours where things might just need to come to the forefront and be processed. Come Friday, we have the moon in Virgo, which it also will be Saturday and Sunday to Sunday morning. So these last couple of days of the week, we're feeling more grounded. We're feeling practical. We got all that Virgo energy, and this goes for all of us, regardless of what sign we're born in. That moon will give us that Virgo energy to really start thinking and organizing. And we have a couple of days every month where the moon will give us this extra feeling of wanting to clean up. You know, you might clean up your house, your office, your garage, and something, or your yard, and prepare for winter and those things. And that's what we love about the moon being in this area, because it just makes us all a little bit more practical. That being said, too, what else we have is the moon being in a place where we can see it's harmonizing with Venus, and especially after it was in opposition to Mars there yesterday on Thursday, right? Well, here on Friday, we might see how we might just kiss and make up and find better, more harmonious, balanced agreements, finding the love within ourselves and with our partners. And we might just want to do something creative and express it in some creative way. We might find ourselves cooking more of a favorite dish that we love, or for a partner, a dish that they may love, right? Or our children. So it's actually a really nice day, I feel. Friday is just going to be awesome for most of us here. Saturday, what we have is encountering a little bit of inquisitiveness, if I could put it that way. We're inquisitive. What are we inquisitive about? Well, I could just see how Mercury's going off on wanting to look into something a little deeper, something that's interesting to us. It might be something that took place earlier in the week, and we're kind of revisiting and questioning ourselves. Did I do right in that situation? What more could I have done? Is there more I can do? That kind of inquisitiveness. It's that inner journey, the inner mental chatter that we have, especially because the moon too is in that same position there to Venus, just like Mercury is there to Pluto. And the moon is really wanting to heal something. If something wasn't completed, or if anybody went a little bit too much out of line under that Mars moon, where things might have been expressed a little bit too much, maybe with too much anger or frustration. Well, Saturday is going to be a day where I feel that those things will really heal up. Friday, it started to kind of like kiss and make up, but Saturday, you'll know for sure that it's in a good place. You're good. You're good to go, right? And so I'm loving to see that. Of course, Venus is still hanging in its opposition to Uranus, which it will for a while. There's nothing we can do about that. Venus is still retrograding, right? And will be until the 15th of this month. So 16th over there in Europe. And so we just got to go with it. But whatever is leaving right now, I just want to say that again. And depending on which sign you're born, those who are going to feel it the most will be Taurus and Scorpio, and also Leo and Aquarius. You guys are being affected by this opposition and Venus retrograde the most by hard angles, right? So in the overall, it's a pretty good week. It's an awesome week. So I wish you all the very, very best, and I'll see you guys next Sunday. Have a good one now. Bye.